Hi. Um, Hello, friends. I'm Kavita Nayar, artist from Delhi. Actually, I live and I have a studio in Noida, and my childhood was spent in Calcutta. My teenage time, I can say, was spent in Shantiniketan. I studied in Kala Bhavan from 1974 to 79, and then I moved to Delhi to work in Gadi Studios. In fact, I could have pursued my master's degree after bachelor in Baroda or in any other place, but then I wanted to just freelance and I just wanted to work on my own without any curriculum, without any college pressure. So, Gadi Studios was a very good option. It gave me a lot of time for myself to brood over my works, to do my works at my own will. And then when I moved to Delhi, I was working in, because I finished my work in printmaking, my bachelor's degree program in printmaking. So I thought that I'll carry on with it, and Gadi had a good facility of giving, time and space to for artists to come and work professionally. And I was just interested in doing my own work, and those days were different. There were no residency programs. There was nothing actually happening in the field of printmaking. But then somehow I was so passionate about this that I just wanted to carry on, and I did it almost for 5 years or 4 years, you can say, without any break, till I got my first grant from Lalit Kala Academy, and then I was given a French government scholarship. So it was a real boost to my work, boost to my professional life, and I feel for younger generation also, I feel that there's a message that if you are passionate about something and if you want to really carry on with something, you have to pursue it. But in this day and age, students and the young artists are so eager to make money, so eager to do make name. When I moved to Delhi, it was not so easy because I had no support, in the sense that my family was still in Calcutta, and I was living with a friend of mine, and or sometimes I would move with my uncles, my mamas. My chacha was also in Delhi. So it was, you can say, I was leading almost a nomadic life, like a banjara, from one place to another place. But it was fun. And then later on, my friend also from Bombay moved to Delhi, and we started sharing an apartment. And that way it was very interesting because she was working with Nirmala Patwardhan as a ceramic artist, and I was in my Gadi studios. She was in Gadi studios also. That's something very interesting because in Gadi you come across ceramic artists, you come across sculptors, you come across painters. So, and that time the atmosphere in Gadi was very vibrant. Like we had Krishan Khanna ji working in the studio, then Swaminathan ji, and during my time it was G.R. Santosh, who was the director of Gadi Studios. And it was not at all difficult to take admission because I can say that not many people were opting to come to Gadi to do freelance work. People would normally go in for jobs and all, but I was not at all interested in jobs. So we had S.R. Bhushan, we had Shankar Chaudhary, and there was a beautiful combination of senior artists working at the same time. And in fact, we used to spend a lot of time together with each other also, like visiting anybody's studio, talking about their work. So, and Himmat Shah, I was very close to Himmat Shah also. So life in Gadi was really, I would say, fulfilling. As I was mentioning, that I came across many artists and I learned a lot of things from them. Over the years, I've realized that when I came to Delhi, I was working with Seabed series, and then uh, after some time, like after 4 years, I got Gadi grant, that is Lalit Kala Studio grant, which used to be just 500 rupees those days, and it was not so easy. But in between, I can tell you that I got married in 1980. I passed out in 79, and 1980 I got married, and I was still carrying on my freelance work, and then somehow I was always aiming to for a French government scholarship. So in 85 I got the chance to go to France also. My daughter was barely 6 months old and I left her behind. That was a very painful, I think very painful for me as a mother to leave a 6-month-old child behind. But then I think the urge to uh, go on searching myself, the urge to uh, carry on with my professional life was so strong that just moved over this also, and I went off for a year, and then when I came back she was almost a year and a half, and then I did series of lithographs and etchings on copper plates. After coming back, I just thought that I wanted to move to painting. So I moved to painting, and I did my master's degree program from College of Art, which was again another refreshing change for me, because for almost 7 years I had been just doing printmaking. But along with that, I would dabble in paintings, pastels and drawings. But then as far as concrete work was concerned, my painting career, I can say, painting started from 2000, no, it started from 1987 onwards. 1987 to 89, I got, then I finished my masters, and during this time, I did, my dissertation was grotesque in the contemporary art, okay, and then I did a lot of research on rasa theory of Natya Shastra. And then till today, I feel that somehow or the other, subconsciously, my works are related with rasa theory. There is Rodra Ras, there is Karuna Ras, there is Vatsalya, there is Shringar Ras, and this is how my works have evolved. But I didn't realize till, like I carry on with one series of work for almost 2 3 years or 4 years or maybe 5 years, and suddenly when I finish off, when I'm exhausted with the whole theme, then I realize that okay, I've been doing this work and it has been carrying on from one to the other. For example, I want to show you an example. For example, this is a collage which was called Sublime. It was done for a particular project. I did around 20 30 of them. This was one of the first works, and this whole series developed into Sublime in serigraphy. It developed into Woven Dreams in painting. These are the serigraphs that I did based on those collages. And those collages, actually, it was a U9V9 project from England, and I was one of the artists for that, where I had to just make the collage and they would have printed the whole thing in digital. that I now look back and see, this is a work from 2019, and these are small plates which I have stuck onto the acrylic sheet, and this is also the outcome of the works, the series of seeds of love that I was doing since 2016 onwards. And then I wanted to translate my work into a sculptural form, and this is how I did it. Then there was another work which I called Seeds, that also got translated into my sculptural work, you can say, but they're not three-dimensional sculptures. But then I wanted, like, every plate that I work on with etchings, I like to go deeper into it. And then, for example, like this work, I was creating umbilical cords, and there is a whole series of birth and rebirth, and this series called Seeds came with from 2009 onwards, when I could see my daughter in all the flowers, and flowers became a very important part of my life. And this was after passing away, and around that time only, I think I was inspired to do something for the youngsters. In 2009, we started, between me and my husband, we started a scholarship program called Kala Sakshi Memorial Trust Foundation, in which till this is the 12th year. Till today, we have been giving scholarship and mentoring program to the young students of art from all over India. And it's the void has been created in my life, and there is nothing that can actually mend it. But then mending is also a state of mind that we have to deal with. And I feel that body is in the mind, and if we start thinking that no, we cannot survive, and because she was the only person in our lives around whom our whole life was revolving around. And but then what to do if this is what you're fated for? So you just carry on with that. And that's how I feel that when we are giving scholarships to young students, it gives us a lot of satisfaction. And I feel that I have lived throughout on scholarships. So because during our time it was a scholarship time, there were no residencies as such. Like I could go to Hungary for a 21 days, I could go to Sweden for 20 days. These were very short residencies. They were not long residencies. There used to be long scholarship programs, like 6 months in Oxford, now one year in Paris. Those are different things. So I felt that, giving scholarship to students, young students, will give them a kind of a boost to their talent. And till today we are doing it. And with this pandemic year, I created some works called Pathless Path, and they were totally different from what I was doing, Seeds of Love and Seeds. But that's why I said that every situation moves me, and I have to bring it out on canvas or drawing or any other material, which is something that I don't know if it's good or bad, but then I just carry on with my intuitive process, with my emotive process. And I'm okay with it. I'm still searching. There is always a lot of things to do, a lot of search still left. And I'm still looking for the pebbles on the shore. And thank you so much for your patience and time. Thanks a lot.